94.7 Asempa FM, all talk, all day. Ekosiisen Jumedi no wasugusu a utie no. Celebrate kind of two my name no. Eric Ejay Atnase, or Deputy Regional Communications Officer ma NDC for the Bono region. Sounds so ena share name say former MP Tema East constituency, former national organizer aspirant for the NPP, the Honorable Daniel Ni Kwate Titus Glover. As well as our studio. How we've done some 8 minutes after 5. And there were an hour and 30 minutes more to go to the end of the show. In Timonshana and Somalia discussion segment, so you can still come through with your thoughts, your comments, your observations on all our platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. That's our live stream. Follow us on Twitter. A handle at Asempa947 _FM. Me, my personal handle at Philip Bonsu. That's on Twitter. And let's stay interactive. Eric J. Akwaba, Bibi Aboko there. Okay, Kasana, my papa. In the end, shine shall save you. Boko there.
Obi, Yamia dom now so.
Yamia Bibi Aboko.
You cricrum. Why if Obi me that's Yamene Hene. That was so dear Eja. Ejumera. Ebane Joada Kusi, Fieda Saidia. Asempa FM. No, Yantimu Jai. The Obi Petia and is Ekosiisen. Na Edin also dear, or more Modeba, Moya dear. Tikasa Bibri, and Yayi, Ekosiisen. And Yamete. Obina Ghana for CHL. Emre Diampa na miti guta penny na wakasama. And round so Omoyan Central for Shemu, miti or Mokakra. Obi honestly speaking, and never wedding. Unia baba kwa or ye business, me money din, me can be a wadrian corneso. And raw frame in your or see a yam of 5 area. And it's buy 250,000 Ghana cedis. So when you are making, and now on America sound for almost 30 minutes.
250,000.
Yes, because of dollar. Now, me so they have me na say. Once I only nipa ya de na on planner. O kan kra ohun se de osi aka no. Aban we no plan bia ni ho. Na no enye ma on be kin kan kire yi. Enye na ni o kira nye ma ebesi ano. Because asemusi a ye pe bibi ebetimi de asoso ya no samre na. Enti we say na obi pay $100,000 na be January or this $640,000. Na ene the same $100,000, no, the 940,000, and an increment of 300,000. And we cannot create any pan or ton sika boka. Yes. Oh yes, because se sika no na wo ton kra boka. A colleague called me yesterday. We need to catch me. Was it Ghana the biggest investment is always cut $1 Niger treasure bill. You see the mentality of a Ghanaian. Because once are buying in the country, it is a buying so increase the policy rate. Yet, me move for krona ye budget one or pay their boy interest rate. You see how they are messing up everything. And notwithstanding, I saw a story yesterday about YEA.
Yes.
Almost say YEA to recruit 5,000 SHS graduates by the end of August to help nurses on CHIP compounds. The Technical and Vocational Education and Training, integrated TVET. TVET service will get the experts to train them. And after that, will be deployed to various CHIP compounds. I didn't train them.
Are they? Now, you
see, this government, populist ideas now, or they started in 2017. Could be Obi-Wan say, I am not saying, say, and Quadano Koye Jumaine. Don't forget, I buy crew, what was it? In Kofu, we know any more Yamanusem. all their plans are geared towards next election. And in Kwadaya and Omui SHS Ebano, Emudo now was 16, 17 years. They bring out 18 years.
Yes.
So the plan of this government is use YE as a machinery. Near fan recruit to almost said the year now for now. Yet to a baby Yamo Marco Tenefi. And government was so reasonably no change. What is going to be sustainable for the future of our youth? When the entire America say useless. No? I have a letter with me here from Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
Yes.
Press release dated 22nd August 2022. Obi, abi today be 23rd.
And then 23rd, yeah.
Meaning it's a letter number.
Enra.
Very good. And I read portions of it. Or say, the attention of the leadership of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has been drawn to the Youth Employment Agency's attempts to train SHS graduates to assist nurses at the community health planning services, which, from the basic structure of the health system in Ghana, these chief compounds consist of accommodation for community health nurses and a service delivery point, which may also be referred to as a health post. The compounds are generally manned by community health nurses. Now, in the same statement, or say, Omuwo Nipabe, let me read this portion to you. Or say, in a recent meeting with the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Health, and the leadership of the unemployed nurses and midwives, rotation nurses and midwives, and the Ghana Midwife Association trainees, blah, 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 it was confirmed that 10,727 nurses assistants had accessed the Ministry of Health recruitment portal and were waiting to be posted to various parts of Ghana. We wish to emphasize that more than half of the number are nurse assistants who also, as chip compounds say, I think they want to mean something like that. Also, in total, there's a backlog of 20,000 nurses and midwives of all across the country. Like they want to mean, say, they have over 20,000 nurses. Community, and these are the people, according to Ghana Health Service, and in the foreign association, those chip compounds, and some of the midwives. But I buy when I need to say election or person winning. Let's leave these nurses. Yeah, banya bo muhoka. Imagine nursing training allowance in school. Yeah, a dues be post to mama quality health service. And Quadano, your man ketwani, yenuanum ketwano, mowie SS na. Dodo na 16 17 years. Yen kotro mu bear 1 to 2 months. Nien for munkugu as nurses. What sort of thinking is this?
Would they go there as nurses?
Support
staff to help
point staff. Support to bem whereby you post to all these nurses. I'm on when you Now still, hear more hands. That is when support comes in. And I'm a boy. Yeah, what necessary training properly over 20,000. The government is not recruiting them, but political recruitment. Look at what they did to our colleagues at NAPCO. In the heat of election, they came back to NAPCO personnel and say, "Yeah, to Abaria, yeah, the money come mainstream of Abanya Juma. Now, September, yeah, no more say time on. So Abamunya Takashi. Think of the future of the youth. Obi, it is not easy. Say Obi school. Okay, the story. Bimu 2019, Bimu 2020, Bimu 2021. Bear 20,000 nurses in a goofy. And you are not willing to post them. And you are telling Ghanaians to say, Yenuanum Ketwana, or more community, you can say, SHS, even you be mumpontimin, excuse my words, do. Or Muna Okuchi, or Mama assistant. So, nurses then or more assistant. Abai, I thought that Moya de ya beboma basu. And this decision, we more leadership, penny pan and send the mammy. Or say, Eric. Your name ministry ni share no. the sort of intimidation, it is even difficult for us to add our voice. Yeah, the statement we have, but we are call for some more carbon kasa because I buy intimidating nipa. What am I say? The same ministry has na catch almost say this year crown and come be finances now more 30% quota. I think you see the way they are running things in this country, they should be very careful. Obi, whatever we are doing today, our power. Ochina bi obi ana okwa probo na onam kwa me danso petemu nyame mfasa ma na bibiesi the nearest a year betimi de wakona a chip compound na se de ukọ na akwada na wo 16 years na we training no na ehwewa na de wawie nursing training 3 years abanyama ne allowances ne tifie wo employer na yes o ma okroro queen no ma okode a obehu level. I thought that we should reason as a nation. What is wrong? So the thinking is political party there or call aim this or aba we are there can be say. You see how they think? Enti mampeni ekufuado yesrew. Ye nuano ma close to 20,000. You are various nursing training colleges na omotifie no from 2019 to 2021. Employ them rather than say kwada no more 16 years ni 15 years no and na why ye be ka kire say or be recruit o mama ko assist wo cheap compounds. Let's be serious for once. And I will be on me adwen. Wonim nipa aye LLB egu kroma. Na yesi ade akyin ya yesi ye the LLB for na ekogu attorney general department. So monko prosecute cases wo court. No more we Ghana law school ni na mfi omo ni mumra no. Because OLB say unsuan procedure mewa. Eno bi na omo ye. Ti say we should be yanwene kakra. No, what you say?
Now that chips compound, are you saying, sir?
And I'm saying,
because you know, New Cost are the chips compound.
Let me tell you,
serious processes.
Where
you don't more SS Ninja training be 3 months.
Chip compound and yes serious process. Emma baby a wotia okasa. Ba me okọ me districts. Na okukuru bi ti say Yawchini Krum.
Yawchini
Krum chip compound omuhu no say Kolebu.
Sir?
Yes. Yes. And some of us ye bani ye kasa ya na manfo nim se ye kasa kradodo. But say unya foundation bi ti see emu bi. Na okọ some pains bi na ohu de mikofo akomu a. You talk for them. And this asem na make ache no. Efi Yawchini Krum ono ne access chip compound. The nearest a year wo ho e bi a mikrom polyclinic ayesi ayinwi anase Sampa government hospital. Onfi ho medu na 25 kilometers. It is a one man proper personnel. Ewo ho na BBC ade na beba. And not that we don't have nurses. We have nurses over 20,000. So why? Government should stop the populist policies not there bano. And no na dia kodu baby ye dru a ye hu se ye kwa na se ye ba no. Because by way started at the be ad odwan ye votes. The odwan ye votes because ankwada no by 2024 no ma hit 18 in 19 years. Ni asan de omo ye rally am yakoto aba ye 2 year na ye je omo kwan se napkofo no. Last week I heard say napkofo ye press conference. Omo se aban de omo ka 10 months. Ye kan omo se ye boa. Pay them. Kenoforiata. One ayi chasadubu ahemo de omo de aye oman nti napkofo akatua ontimi ntua. Obi omanya ye timabusu timi di de na oman na di dem.
Asempa FM 94.7
omanya ye team. Abusua ba akumu nipa timi di de na oman mu na di dem. This is what.
But Nanado to no u follow.
That be mean follow.
In here
me.
Oh.
Yes.
Na only be your names is here.
Ehun hia me. Me dey na me follow. Oh, corner dollar so kwa me follow dollar jana nado. E dey na odeba. Me say no, I won't follow him. Let me tell you something.
No, me kaya dey am.
Me te wase.
Okay.
Me follow no because business woman na ne me kasa me kana asem sisi ano. Okofa ne ma ne ba me to bi di. Da bia me kwa akoto ade ne atum. Na mampani koto na dollar so koto. Na me follow dollar follow mampani. Me follow na gede. The minimum is okoi na konwa ba ko da V8 na soja ni te front. Because baby okona konwa ni ho. Oye campaign okwa asebe not from. Master, people are suffering in this country. In times of difficulties, who a leader, who live in life, many pounds also ordinary nipa.
Na no dey fa akonya
na yentimi ntopetru na wo akonya nkwanya 1v8 so je ni te front ayefu ekoba no enye ya obi penaku no Ghana fo na onom kalipo kire omo no ukọ na omo di dokran election time na ukọ dibi oni omo ne tena omo plastic chair no so hina president akobodwa si anya akonya ma da what be da masa people are suffering enti ne to no de opa owi a onko Sri Lanka nkan what's the problem ho onko solve
aso onye president of Sri Lanka
na nye ne branch nye one family na crash economy no ho nye ne branch ne ho ha no da bia sa me ka kire one family finance minister ninuane president prime minister ninuane president minister for irrigation ninuane president chief of staff ninuane president the same thing in this country until then be
or say from Monday 22nd August to Tuesday 23rd August 2022 I embarked on a 2-day working visit to the Upper West region which took me to Wa, Lambusie, Nandom, Isa, Kalio and Wechao. Amongst others, I commissioned a 13 megawatt solar power project in Kaleo, inspected ongoing work on phase 2 of the Youth Resource Center in Wa, inspected ongoing work on Agenda 111 project in Lambusie, Isa and Wechao, and paid courtesy calls on the paramount chiefs of Wa, Lambusie, Isa and Wechao, amongst others. Eric, it clearly was a project because Agenda 111 no pictures now
Obi project no dey oya ban na oya project na kasama na ho because 7 months ni new teacher trainees are post to omo yempi omo ka nya project na ka ne be ma omo lorry fare pay them na enkwada e kira the teacher trainee for we 2019 they are still at home. There's crisis in the country and nya na probo na okono ene be ma Ghana for one high no Obi and I'm penny kwa probo wa Upper West na common krobo higher semwesi na wantimi anko so no mo da sumu a or a leader. Yes, you show leadership. The SC wo ho na yetwa mo kan yes me support the Ekoso but you show leadership. Go there.
Unko krobo.
Go there. Obi send you secret leadership. Huh? Asemwesi e de oye ne ni bumbo abapete mo mebo a. They are your subjects. You are the leader. Oji this man penny park was area ho. And only kuro no penny for kobo dwane citizenry na. And come man penny ka so betwe na no awofom. But no amfa boga nye swan. Onfo bia ho. Enti sa krobo ho na wanchimi den kakra ba ya yetwa kane am almost 3 weeks no. Maame na onyema okwa akwo a hospital ne kane na ebia wahwere ne ba no. Bone be na ne ba na ye. Because of leadership. We couldn't negotiate well for peace to prevail. What am I saying? Nti akwada na e wosa supiti on e boni moja because he dum kane 3 weeks. Na hospital ni ntimi foto ne be ontino kane ani ho a e bia nipa na dan ato ne bonkum. Boni be na waye. So are you telling me say in America in a Californian states such a thing happen or what? Nka Joe Biden be sore say e dum ho kane anyina 3 weeks. So mba no mo ka say bru kira sem no mo ka. You show leadership because they are your citizens. They voted for you. You are taking their taxes. You are taking their e-levies. Now what's here? I had 3 weeks. Now me man penny akufo dey anywhere catch them. O dey Ghana no fire nya dey opebia. Because and then no am say we see money zone. Once the African Cup
no. But so say obetua na mo akọ ba bia. Meba. I was national security briefing.
National security briefing be na mo de ma no.
But you think I want to crop why and still I never saw coho.
Obi leadership. Leadership. Obi nipa de sumu 3 good ways. Artificial. Enye natural dum so bi na na ba o. Enye ade bi na esi energy sector. Just challenges bi na yentimi solve. Nti enya jojo. Na peni akofie. Aba Obi. Your home region. And I say my region no match emu too. Nkofo na wa ha na different na half one different. Yes ah. Oba so chere me say ni krom say bi chebi ene yedum ho kane a 3 weeks ankonko. If you're a leader, you don't lead that way. And I remember being inside obi ntia. That crobo issue it pains me a lot. Obi, dum so ba ene you feel the heat oh. You feel the heat of dum so in this country. And I'm a boy. Na common issues keke. yentimi nko resolve almost 3 good weeks. And you just imagine factory or petemu wa I am playing kwadabe 100. Now na kwada ni nya omo daily bread edi free. Now we to me waka make a crab and intimi resolve your factory now close it down because omo need electricity.
Na so national security for statement omo de ba on Krobo no. And plan omo de egu akwan mu say. Do you think say despite and the president sits as chair of the National Security Council?
Let me tell you something.
Still I was so sign call.
Obi, let me tell you something. Your name CCA.
Yes.
Obia ewe ni die mu obia de.
That's true.
But see BBC Obi betimi attest me just a message keke on my phone. Dear me ye bia made.
Obi jaya call.
Very good. And on say bia na me ni obu ma obi na on about title so. But I am fortunate.
Yeah, e be the DBH.
Yes. Into the SC wo almost 3 good weeks. You track anem. And let me show news an per hospital wo omo complain omo dey bia omo to fuel 3,200. Inti for some time omo ntimi to petrol because petrol so boy den. Inti omo nsokra. Inti obi yare a nye ho na wo so expect so de ne kofa no ko be foforo. Sa citizen na obi anye na dwuma yi a escalate ko do that level no boni ben why. That is my problem.
Okay.
Ultimately, nti etoda in times of difficulties, ya ne adwadifo etia, gutafo etia, ye ka omasemi. Man pani dia kwa na probo. Alaji si nim on dey say obetia no esi obi di birthday okoho, obi ye yi no ne na mo no chacha sa. Obi anka economy nasem, e na ya na ye betena ne aka. Yenso ye ni remedy. Omo wo in charge I was enkomo ye bibi no. You are not hearing anything positive. Me so be sorry. Now I can't say na e be meaning baby of free ba. Yeah, now I hardly support those things. But one said last week, KKD obeke kan nsem no.
Yes.
Or trende pa. Umu sa ade no.
Yeah.
But now nim say sansem no don go so de bi oni ato force nka. Unim sa. Ade na omo de ne trende. But KKD add in a voice no. A certain different tone in the country.
Yes.
And when you me share Dr. Ishmael Yamson on the recorded program be TV3 in a year. That was around Anadu 11. Obi, me tewa me share papa. I asked myself a lot of questions in mind. Papa ne pese TSS inti and say, "Oh, you catch us mo na mo ye future leaders ah. Future na ne dey. What is the future of your country?" Braben na obon in I'm a future na attractive.
94.7.
Me TV no nam because questions no busani in legit o. Because okachire me so you are the future leaders. And now leaders no ono na bobosia de agu future leaders no. And one far more bra. Because a bisia na boy no the capital expenditure project bia enka o chana na be wo atua ho mfaso de. And our leadership na no body consumption. We are no asia be show nkran say you are the future leader. Enti wo ye eka leader na say wo no de na obey in the country. Sa o leader kro na ye ka no. Watimi a measure go the hu go the wo fom nyina. So the portion na ekosi awowa. Age adi ne new. Sa o leader kro na no. Utie me pa. Watimi ahu say wo mobile phone na ekuta wo no. Wo ye kwa o test o send mobile money de wo so di 11 beje kakra no. By the end of the day, the dodo na kodi ni nsem no legacy ben or DJ future leaders. Obi, I sat on the TV, eh? So question anami busa me say, so all these brains are in the country. Do we use them? Do we listen to them? Or say the president, baby I do for now. Ya obet me di enya na nimo nyam so onye truthful to the citizenry. Yes. Just come out, tell Ghanaians say nema mu eden. Or say men fan kwese COVID ni Ukraine. Or say he shouldn't there. Because the economy started dangling way back in 2018. And they messed up the economy then.
And only the Dr. Ishmael.
Oh, me say me share ni dito. So, or say, oh yeah, they now you leader. Now per se, oh my move for the saying the only thing left now is to be truthful.
But is that not what the president is doing on his tours? Yeah. Because almost baby Obeka said he touches on the economy.
Now accept blame no.
The fact that you
ne to na okono se me si me follow no ba me da ho ne yi bi o TV so amehwe ne to na okwa ne mamu aye din na COVID na Ukraine on the be am free no ahotini Akufo-Addo why boneda
Mamintie Honorable
Honorable
Daniel
Titus
Titus Glover. Honorable
Yei.
Akwa beti saying.
Me huye pa mamin chiatifo na memfa chapo kakra mfa traffic kakra wakwanso.
Yeah, I can see that. No problem.
Mfa chaving. You know I'm always on time.
Yeah.
Na me banya na meet lawyer. Na lawyer boom. Na obedu. Be correct. Who correct? I mean, some baka baby na correct.
Incoming lawyer.
Missing never be able to go from me na correct. Incoming lawyer. Na
also president then ko krobo ho.
Me ya no.
Okay.
Me chia ahwefo ne tifo nyina.
Omoje also.
When they are swan, you to the biggest political talk show. Ewia. Ghana kuma nyina ehane da. Baby biara obefa. Offices so. Lori nu baby biara. The only talk show yetie minu kase.
FM
Ekosiisen. Share from Pyramid House. And ne yedidi mwa ubeto aso. Na yebo mo abaso yi woni wo team Justin team chain and na me Jackson tiamwa homecoming and na say homecoming na me team no dwedwem we organizer na domino mo na twum no mo na
first time I'm in shower. You did very well. You did very well. You see, Obi in party politics say we Juma. It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
That is all.
Party for any.
Yeah.
Na mamba mabaso idie. Me bana me nua Eric. Everything propaganda de bunja yo. Na wozi de mampeni ni na konya obi ka kire wo say o Upper West or kwa pro no. Wozi odi akonya asidika mu na odi akwa pro. Me kai 2015 adan asafutu fiam. I was at the park. Number park no so. Every year me work parliament for 8 years because of to fiam. It was only 2020 COVID ni buy no 2021
and I went to me uncle.
And this year and a manko. But regularly myself and my brother regional minister are recording with feature. But me brother big brother JD mobile no. Na konya yedi besi ho no. It's a security chair. And yes, it's a luxury. Apa nkramai maku 3 accession dogs. 3 accession dogs.
Omo ya no ka presidential team now.
Omo de ehun. Touch the Google move friend say. Ehuni.
Yes. Omo de
3 accession I saw it myself. Soldiers e de kita. E di joma mechi. 3 dogs. They fed them. They were in the car. Akonya no motisu nkura nipa kwenti so. 3 accession dogs. I saw Femodi ya no ta Femodi. Ukasa mngasa kamanu tu.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Accession dogs with the chair in the BC ho. Koto de ne bujai. Yen yinu fem free ho. O si napkofo. Yen tiomka. Every day, you bet tiomka wati. Who pay them? Yenimsa buying edi wonka. Omo yejuma. Omo fata. Yenkasi yentua wonka. Ba yetue wi ye be bisa bu hu se. Who can this for time mama time? Obi. Teachers who no mo yejuma for 3 years. They never pay them. Under the watch of Jane, Professor Jane Nano Pukwajima, when she was the Minister for Education. Who worked for 3 years. They paid only 4 months. They are carrying no ash. Every day, I don't wear free na. Teacher for 1 year sum a year juma. Fresh teachers a year juma for 3 years. Accumulated salary. They give them only 4 months. At the time of John Mama, when Jane was the Minister for Education. Today you have the moral rights to sit on national radio to accuse Akufo-Addo, who has never said that he's not going to pay them. He hasn't said so. From 2014 up to 2020, nurses in your time, because muntumi enje mo dwuma mamunye. Na adiba kwan President Akufo-Addo year mani year fen say in your time you were paying only public trained nurses, excluding the private ones.
Asempa FM
Me say
94.7.
at the time of JDM, nurses na ye train those who are trained for the public nursing schools. Na private ones na woman ni a jam. Akufo-Addo said Debbie, omo nyaa mo ye me mma. Addition no mo in faso no e be Ghana for and e be nyom faso. So let me not take only public sector trade nurses, add the private ones. And you they've been picketing at the time all over at the old Ministry of Health. Eric, take the locks from your eyes before you come and talk about the specs. Or come in your boom and your geomujuma and a 1 year. 2021, 2022, Ministry of Finance have to give clearance. And sana, ebejioma ni ajiomo. We value the contribution. Sika ye di train kwa lenyi na we value them. Of course, I to me and training cry no mutitifie. But finance biara, I was so much clearance. Na health, Ministry of Health, na we jomo of the ajuma. And the every gay. Mesero, o kasa susukasa. Susukasa. And then kwa ni nyejuma, and then kwa ni nyejuma. Yama nyejuma ye. Yama mojuma ye. Who give them jobs to do? Yet to grobwa. And I jadi and catch and say he's not a magician to create jobs. Wanga. Now what? Moyo. Uti grobwa. Were you not there when JD and when the pressure was on him? Unemployment Graduate Association. Almost soon. Also a magician to create jobs. They charming fuma. Eya Miami Senior Dr. Pepo Rashid. Ozi graduate no mun nan kronom kita ay bokiti hu abobo na wafa na woda tum hu abobo na wafa na woda tum wunam nyina na woda besum faako na wote hu. Then you turn yourself into a quarry. You turn yourself into a quarry. Wukita ay mohama wudi mohama ko bisa mason for no any blacksmith for no hama kakraka say na ufa abobo ba ko na woda go na woda bum go na woda bum na wo bobo nkakranka wo bobo na wakoton. That was your prescription to create jobs. Okanya beka biom say oni dano mu wudnam omo nyan emponchini horse.
Yeah.
Omo wasika bi tintin ya logologis bi sara. Eyi hu anu ya na say you should propose yenko omo nam bush na mo ko twetwa no ya dwa mu friend say leaves
Enra.
Yes. Eya mu fanche menya kani me buo ma mu wode. Rashid propose yenko twa nwura no na yen boabo no into bands. Also ukwa brochia during the dry season no. In the rainy season no.
Yeah.
The nwura no enyi sa na je twetwa bebre horses no ya chechire. Sana Rashid people, that was their prescription of how we can create jobs. What is here? So that is NDC for you. And don't sit on high horse and a national radio station like this. Now who can be said and a dien and a juma bang and a year and the idea. But how can be I'm so enthused about it. And let me be honest with him. FYE SHS in Kuala
Yeah.
on Pesomoko Bois.
Chips compounds.
I agree with him. I disagree with the YEA. And let me be blunt. We have backlogs awaiting clearance from the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
In the interim, why don't you use all these trained nurses no more? Sasikana would come and give it to them to hold the fort. Because who go first? Who be training? Who training? It's money. Where do you train your mother? And a mutifie awaiting clearance. Ye mom unko som. Enye jumanu kakra. Alawana would be famomo. And my clearance in the bar. That's what mukwa. Then when you are starting something different, then we can applaud to it. And I agree with what Eric said. Say, let's look at the angle. No, okay, let there be a free midwives and nurses association. Something. These are the people who are waiting clearance. And I think that their association is legit. You do quite a yɛde kɔ a ɛyɛ adwuma ɛbɛboa bebree na yɛmfa ɛno nyansa nti students na ɛne ɔmo ba hɔ deɛ ɛndɛ SHS wɔn deɛ afikwa de yɛkɔ nti deɛ bɛ na ɔde kɔ ɛyi first aid and yɛde junction valet ɛde kɔ yɛdɛn that is for me I will not take that the nurses na nkwala na ɔmo titi fie na ɔmo ka asɛm no ɛna ɛyɛ me dɛ woka kyerɛ Eric sɛ ɛna president ɛkɔ aprɔ no wate ana ɔde dua ahyɛ na so so ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔbɛte ɛwɔ Eric nyame Ricky ana woyɛ saa ɛnta mo deɛ akɔfo de ɔbɛ bia nyɛ mo fɛ yɛmboa man sae o na de ba kwa president ya ɔsɛ bonso de bia meka ɛyɛ me dene sɛ Jubilee House no ɔntantena hɔ ɔtena wo yɛ adwuma do bibia na wa program no ho ɔsi ɛyi na ɔtwe we me to me hu de sim I need to know what goes on in the countryside. And yet, the BM ministers, regional ministers, a report to the chief of staff, did a too many. I was a me call from Namiko who they were from. Amandia yet tread your mammy, no Mizuko woman is what. Now, I call ye dear mammy. That is the mark of a leader. You don't sit in the comfort of your office. That be. We are Jumakakra, no TC form. Practical president. You go to the ground to assess what is going on the ground. Amandia air corners in ye, you carry your people on the ground. Na sɛ de bia na wote soro hɔ a na wo de ɛwɔ mu a ɛmboa wobɛkae last 2 weeks ɔkɔ Upper East 37 million pounds water project Chiana, Paga, Mayoro, Navrongo, Bolga, Bongo, all the environs. And so a life a young kwa. You can imagine say Jacob Browning so nipa ni mwenye and nu so sabi etiefo na hwefo taking the same source of water. And yefe. And is a mampenyin akufado. And ye bobusia dodo. And the busian hundi edi yo ye 37 million pounds can be. And there was also trying to call. Na oko bien so nano. I'm a team before and you be no one no. Dear na FSA. Dear on one on that sub form. And is a year it was so called loko be. Muti omuzi onye hwe. Muti ase. Muti omuzi onye hwe. Ofiri ho no so and the North East. The new regional coordinating council, 6 regional capitals, regions they create here no. You know they have a model building musi. And yesika sakakakra edi ekosi ho and okobia no. Modern office. Now when in North East almost 6 regions. Chiriponi, Bungurugu, Yonyo, Narugu Gambaga, Walewale, and the Yagaba Kubore. Ufri Yagaba, Ufri Walewalea. Unama ye bridge at two so Kesiabisu and Wakwana so. So they have to do a detour through Pasempe. Now would we name Akosi Yagaba Kubore. 6. Now we a Canadian region. Karen Northern region. Savannah, 7 if anything. Constituencies.
District.
7 constituencies.
Okay.
We can 6 when you are in 13. The current northern region is 18. So it's 31 constituencies. So you can see sir, in the past, managing northern region, that includes Northeast and Savannah region, is huge.
94.7.
Huge. From Bole Bamboy to Solatuna Kaba to Damango to Daboya Makarango to Yape Kusugu to Salaga North, Salaga South. 7. And Sarawak Bandai, Wolensi, Bimbila, Yendi, Gushegu, Karaga, Nantong, Myong, Savalugu, Kumbungu, Sabuba, Bebre. So you see that the administration of the region at the time was a big task. And internet team move on so yes, so we can have our space, our autonomy, and our own money to develop our region. And so what to a pro, that's what he is bringing development and administration right to the doorstep of the people in these regions. Now, Sunday, mini president, anyone myong with the chief of staff, the national security minister, the vice president, Myon Lana no Wu, he was a good brother and a friend. I've known him from 2009. Ebna any President Akufo Addo, presidential premise campaign. That was when we became friends. Ebna Namidi deputy minister. Our transport. Anytime on you no baba and crying. Some frame here, Obeba Menaso and I'm calling Cheng. The last time I saw him was in March Ebra na me kwapro. May he so rest in peace. And the Miko offering one or done in any and or didn't chair. The president drove all the way to go and start his store. Now NDC for 8 years a quite a year pa Fufuso Solar in the 5 northern regions. Fufuso Solar, I give them credit for that. But in Upper West alone, 18 different road projects has been completed.
94.7.
18.
110 more is on various stages of completion. Is there and that daily graphic? Check the front page. 18 different roads. 110 more at various stages to be completed. Now what in crying or train Debbie? It was what we call. I agree, sir. Road contractors, you won't cut. It will say Tetonka because say it is because certificates that has been raised has not been settled. And you will say Pescadi at the moment. Then you mobilize and go back to the road. Kakran, here, Juma. Minanum sorry. Any edika and the Camrian. Bobby, edu baby. You know when this phone casa, you must probe them all. A Canada down, say Anakuvadu Canada. Some of the deaths that they procured in the days of Adam for Professor Mills and Big Brother JDM have started maturing. Yedi Jawa need this one. Na se kana mu di jaw ni ye tuaka. Na de ye project a mo se mu ye fa mu ntare ho. Na se ye ka ba mo se ma ye nka wasem. E ho da ho a me ni me nuanom anya adwede wo ho no. But ejuma de ye bi pa. Osabunzo, ejumanu ya yebi papa. Under the health project, COVID actually say you health challenges near woman. There are so many districts here in hospitals. And I see Debbie, Nanka 89 was a yen. Yen trim yen 111. Obi biani yebeka we juma power ye and ye be diwachi. Any adibedi wo chako enti mimi die no akofo adoyi me pese me see aspect in 101 districts. By the time I leave office, I will make sure all these facilities are built, equipped, and serving the needs of our people. Boni many wom achedie but obesidie. That is why he's moving around. And now Batema, when I was in the 7th parliament, Ebrani yebe 7th parliament, you know. Kotema General Hospital, they're on site.
94.7.
You see Modern Hospital, Kotema General Hospital. Go there, he's there. Kolebu, Ejumani bi wo Ekoso, ewo. Road infrastructure. As I move around the country, me do say shisro. Ekwani bi be concrete, be asphalt, be bitumen, right in such areas. Cocoa growing areas. Na ekwanya me twa be craft video. A live event is a broadcast to social media. So you think crying the Juma MPP are buying Nanado Ayano. You bohu de ro. They are jacquine at your mammy and this way on my number 2 Gumusa at the boying. Go and see what is happening. Even here in Accra. What is so beautiful when you drive all the way from Taba at the beach road? Nancy Wafaho. Eric Ofahoda, the beach road from Comte 3. Utra Sakumo no Kwanozwa. So beautiful. Would do barrier honor. Who fly over na ye honor. You can imagine. You trim all the way to Osu. Rolling's time. Abochi hanya, Teshi. Uni mabochi hanya. Baby attache post office no one. Sa kwanunya, ye tia compensation. But the NDC never had the courage to evict the people from the roadside. Said they be kwanu aye kwanu. And the question said the wall. Everything is going on. Calculated. Kakran. Ya bedu tashi. Udu la krano la beach hotel kwanu so. And you see a tremo ediako. Ebesi osu to open up.
Okay.
Nachi. Obi. Me duha 5 tajolete. 5:28. Or static as I 5:08. Hey, so check my time. So
let's even assume say or kasa 20 minutes.
Mitika no 5:08.
Yes.
5:08.
And I may say.
And on static kasa.
Let's assume
me duha 5:22. And if I did, I know
554.
5 days, 50 minutes.
You've spoken more than 20
Oh,
minutes.
you can't feel like
For I see on crop, and I'm running why fast.
what does it?
Yes.
And I'm giving you the chronology of things that we have done as a government. Kotakrade market circle.
Asempa FM.
You see market morning market circle.
94.7.
You discuss ya and you yo. I want to free.
And I can attest to that.
And a free. So what are you University of Ghana medical school phase 2. Yeah, yes. So when our brothers come and sit on national television and national radio on a high horse, painting picture and say, and I go for the buying or buy on your share with you, I laugh. I am straight. But I was here 2 years boss. Na ya chire nyam papa. Na me tie my big brother Dr. Bing
Guta.
I was touched by his delivery. But I go for the baby biara or jet to say ampa. We are not in normal times. And the NDC are so happy and excited that Ghana is in this situation.
Really?
Harry, oh, you know what they can do best? And you want debt. And the dollar what 10 CD 20 pesos. And you want that. We shall who mamuna who bomb pies or man boa. A bobo treso. But President Wajatum, he's not raising his hand in despair, said the Ekosiisen on your way. I want to make it clear. Eric, President Akufo-Addo appreciate the concern of the people and dear Dr. Bimbe Kasa Wajatum say efforts must be made to make sure say we reverse some of these things. And he gave some prescriptions. And I'm happy about what he said. In some way, Makan Wenra, I would Adum TV and Adum FMNra. And no pay them with UTV. The extractive industry, the communication industry, the banking sector are all in the hands of foreigners. And these guys are doing big numbers. And because we are not in normal times, and yes, sir, you be afraid you might find your trust. You catch on say, said the Nyamasi Ekosiisen, you be seramo. The repatriation of your profits, we need to stagger it. We need to make some effort. Yeah, mamu san who says at the echo. Because see the no egusu, you go pay the baby, and the akochi, I go pay $1. And you take away all these monies, and you might your own SCA cherry. As of last year, June, the import of petroleum products, as of last year, June 2021, $1.2 billion. $1.2 billion. As of June this year, 2023, $2.3 billion. A barrel of crude is sold at $64 in 2021, June. About 118. And we share pressure na basona. Na debiano, the air no, I was so pesidi no, and the copper dollar no. And importing finished product, the idea, a dienya. Maka, and let me repeat it. I want my senior Matiopoku Prempe, I know the effort they are doing to bring Top back to life. Recently, Oma installed one of their furnaces or then cost about 74 million euros to bring the Top back to life. Yet to me, Emma To ye Juma Ebema dollar no anu abrasi. Because that is a major chunk of dollars at the echo. And when I say talk crude nuba, that's your nania, we'll get all that product. Okay. The most of the things are toy here and they say every year, almost 1 month, we shut down maintenance. And the shutdown maintenance, all their storage tanks are filled with products, including bus tanks. And it's a 1 month now, you cheap product, no Eddie Cornea, Tony Nancy, a conformer. Then they will rely on the OMCs. Munka Kakra, Namufambe Kaun. That is how we run it. But clearly, in a crisis like this, you look at the diagnosis. And the Bank of Ghana catch and say, now the smaller mining export now go now in it is cities in the battle. So that we can show up our city. And for now, blame game no Mbobia. We are in a situation now, and we'll see a funny solution. And the president and his government are doing their best. And the best, Dr. Bing, I really felt for you. Mihudia from but the Ayekoso Yinano, Yebehuano. When the $750 million comes in, when the 1 billion syndicated cocoa at least it will stabilize a bit. But Yensha Kwan Befaswa, sa extractive industries, communication sector, any banks in Yano, profit normal reported in Yano, Yensha Kwan Befaswa will sit them down, let them understand, tell them the truth. This is why we are finding ourselves. And because the environment is so serene for their businesses to grow, I think they will agree with us. We'll just arrange and mega people, Eric lawyer Eric J.
No, I'm messing about Hobio. Yeah, that's it. Eric.
Obi. Me that's it. Around what titles? Titles Global. We didn't so far the whole Ghana, Unkwana, and I'll be well. Oh, okay, that's nice. What's your word? Obi. Idea ba kwa. Ye koye ni no minim si nyina Yesu ane se mreso se ba beto aba. Na politicians ye tisim se ye kwa aprobo a ya na the message ene nam. Ena we by we na na wo so ye ena wantumi anye. Nti to aba ma me na me meye ni yi. Nti se ye to aba ni wi a na nipa no boshe na o hye no kodane boachi bidin a
internet come because last week
oh yeah no it's stable
na edane boachi bidin a na nipa kro na asen abe transfer na mokra mo penso na mo but ade ba ko amanwu ni se obi penso ade bi ankoyi nti ene eto abetia no obi ana meboa it is na meba na e be a similar thing happen na me kai wo se nsem a wo kan me bi atwamu ni a I think so when you kwan yeah it's all the way forward, not where you started from, the be a drew, and that is the challenge now. Me share more topics Dominic Sunday all is about the economy. What is the economy? Ubia ne hawa o feel the economy no far. And honorable titles, obobo projects, that's good. Ye danyamia se ene mahu se ye nreka kwan. Meba. Oh, what there meba. Medanya because obi emre bi twam na obetena seka se usi hospital. O ye kwan usi schools. Ye nya vice presidential candidate Alhaji Bawumia. No aka kire se ye nwe kwan, ye nwe dan e ye obotom. Ene sa Ghana ni na o ka kire ne se ye nwe kwan na ye obotom no. The same person, Mekana Nando, no share lane top, no share jeans dry, ni kambu white. And we could jina platform so catch almost say, ko 4 pence now for 1 CD ya $1. Uti me pa.
Ichio.
Na uru amahama ni mamu ofie konwa so no. Ofa once off per $1, obefa be 4 CD na dia kwaje $1. Ene ye nya mampani na nado danko akufu ado. Ya oni Alhaji Bawumia. Ya omo share bo kasa for economy ho Ghana fo nya gidi anse de omo ba ono ne penso no obi hwemanim $1 10 cedis utie me in the history of our country Ghana sika sem entity pansam say that for almost 20 years and Nanado is the worst leader oni Alhaji Bawumia omodi sika sem toto yakodu bebe adri. That is the economy. And the economy ni ye nipa fili gadochi, ye nipa fili woni bottom. Obi. Maame na okofa bro wotachima ya, odi begu ye kan se Madina market na woton a, wo koto bia wo se ne boaye den no. Maame no mre bi atwam na okoto abru bag na enu 700 Ghana cedis. Ahyentua de boa na otua na ye be 100 Ghana cedis. Be na otua 300. And at the end of the day, the final consumer will bear the cost. And this our final consumer now on the bear cost. No, at the end, buying a yaman as system no kakra. Those are the issues I busani know. And the Ghana for omu here de hu bi amfi mampani akufo ado ne Alhaji Bawumia ho. The here a daily survivor. That is all that we are asking for. Honorable titles before becoming a member of parliament. Titles. Titus no me can okay. Yes, I because sardine Titus.
Or they have a Glover and sauce.
Titus Glover.
Yes.
Okay. Matthias.
A compound name.
Honorable Daniel. Ebi a wo meye mrahye bedwani no. Wo ye adwuma wo port kakra, wo bentema idea. So ye adwuma wo kakra. Very good. Enti ene wo hwe de guta mpanimfo na ete haka. Na wo hwe last week message bi ore bi o wa boso kan or yes spare pass dealer or send mame de me kan wo fidie no so. Na wo bi utie ha wa Ghana for complaining bitterly. Utimu se nyema mu eden. And African countries na try ho ahia no. Way back in 2015, 2016 ade chia na na do timi trade be 3 times. Number eligible wo mi ade no wona trade ho na not ni Facebook. Wona not check the remedy for economy then. And nyame adom ye woni nyina we phone so ne de keka. Comparatively na no mo de compare Burkina, Ivory Coast. De keka ho. Obi today. Okwa Ivory Coast a me free border town. Suma include German North. Diesel, a liter of diesel in Ivory Coast. What the bagan is 7 cedis 50 pesos. Obi Ivory Coast COVID am on. And what the Russia Ukraine and come on. Obi even a country cool season annual day. Guinea. I better than a Guinea economy powerful than Ghana. Yes, nyema nkoyi asrafo age o man no. Now we have the men for etikrum ha. Some men's good customers here ADM kura no. Mo na magu no ene charges kura mo si munya bi na mo de abonipa. We have the men for we. You are breaking every portion of the economy. Obi. Togo kura no mo kra niema on be fa Ghana de kono. Go and look at the economy.
Asempa FM.
Mo tia mo the economy na e fanfe e na mo de bo life. Ye can as a mo bomi mfi taduku mo mfo bia ho. And you think what is so prudent for you as a political party in power is to break the 8. Enti Ghana ni na ode dollar jidwa o kasa nyema nkoyi no na mampani nam so benwene the obe succeed in benwene next election. O they think say Ghanaians are cage. So what cage 7 kraman o soro anu amomodu ani adi o koba anu wa omonim say sa na Ghana for dwene. Obi, and then me know because the various sectors in the country obi agitated. Look at the education sector. And then Ekoye. Every day new issues because I have Metian will be sending me another information about the security sector. See most of those issues are delicate kakranti. Sometime ni nya shemu deep and sinyakabi. Every just a bit compromise no. Nothing is running. And that is not how to build a nation. Until yet, CCA. Make I say in 2016, projects are bobo meeting up bobo a pem or this studio me movie. I know. But you told Ghanaians to say you're University of Ghana Medical Center. O catch the Ghana for say you're Circle Dubai interchange, you know. Some men are kwaje business they be hypocrite there. Mo catch the Ghana for say you're. And then the same way you're. The Ghana ni ne penny say ade chia obenya bibidi ato ne yam na driver ni na waje obi ka we campaign no enyinu ju obetimi ayi sales. I have a colleague driver mebo ni din Razak. Most of the time say me call outside Accra menene ne ta nantipa obi within the year ka won stu na aje omoka free nsem. You know the reason why? Because nipa no talk car no 40,000 or the amount we can pay 80,000 no. The expectation is at the end of every week I was so between 600 or 700. Within the week na mamu obone ntino ya to fa ngumbe 3 times. The car owner no eno nye ne concern because ono wakwa akwaje bank bisia eno de atoka. And at the same mamu obone so ntino policy rate ya increase no nti akwaje bisia interest rate kosoro. What am I say? Enti odi na ni bia nyina begu driver na ono na e wo so ye salesman no. But a bunch of bonny or dear guacamunti drivers went to top petrol or toy you know and acquire sales near the filling station. Until Razak within almost 3 or 4 months. No, cars to use your genina. That is what the ordinary Ghanaian is feeling. Way back in 2016, me a mini penny Samia or the slogan be back my boys are breast. Okay. Massa and the boys are bon kukra. Huh? boys are bonko kra onyese boys are bre boys ani so tan omo e come the boys adwuma ni krom eniema boy den and those are the realities. What am I saying? So the fact is that President Akufo-Addo oba probon, I am not saying say me that politics no kra me unya me say me gina bontena me ne Dominic mu ye discussions aban bia boy na famu de. But ade ba ko ma hu say Ghana for the measure pie or bottom, and that is the fact. Because on my phone today, nipa asre me mobile money anya hwe bedu nipa 6. Obi eden ebe ma obi esrew. And I only say eye ne fekeke. No, hardship. And then Ghana no level na kwa kodru no. Wona ye bia na nka wadamfo ni guta boss ya. Uhia ne ma otimi kwaje ne credit. E wo ha na de kono. Ene ye twam o. Because kan ye ne yete akura ase no. Unya 1000 Ghana cedis a. Satam na cement no bag eye 27 Ghana cedis. Now the ama brako the oton cement e wo bro no so no. Say o plot no ye kotwa blocks e beba be. But then under President Akufo-Addo ye na oda de enche na ko. So cement na ye 27 no. And then it's around 60 Ghana cedis 64. Enti nipa na nka odi usika no kure kwato na se no de ko so onye den onye. Because obeje ne price na de ebechi akwa akofa product na ye den. Na ekosro. And no economy in the world and run say. Why? These are realities are nipa obeka no kure wo Ghana no onim. It is a near betna. Na ojidi say mampani nsemo a wakantin all is well with Ghanaians. But me de bia na me remfi baby free ba. Obi, you started way back 2017 eba. Aban we started ya na obo akohwi bra. We spoke a lot. But President Akufo-Addo kasa to say we are seeing na mampani. O kan hwe o se adwuma ne so. O kan hwe o se Obi, look at the country Ghana. Population be 30 million. Yitimi ministers be 120. E pay. Obi, wabra a month, one minister hoka. Etimitua na ponkwala be 20 akatua. Honorable titles is aware. Oh yes, anye nyina na nim before kasao, but mampeni se adwuma ne so. Ghana so chen Nigeria. Ghana so chen America. Ghana so chen Ukraine. Ghana so chen UK. But obeye ne se family and friends we so obi anya baby kwatena ne ye no more manager pade ni nyina wie. Ene mo de yadru eburumu awie. What again? Baby, you do your motivation. You will take care. We are Ghana ni now nam kroma. Just take care. Because man penny ne plan bia baby or dem out. Obi. Omanya ye da. Chese ye koda na ji. Sa awes kakra na ye de koda no. Ade enchi ne ma itimi tum be 10%. Oman be ni. Obi usi so a onyini basa wa hu bi sada. Eye sa kalabule mre no sa mre na ye bia na miswa. Kalabule patu na aba Akufo-Addo de aba. And they won't eat the humble pie. Because ye banana ye titi ye banon. Domo ka chenze niema mu ye de kasa de kasa. Ba we mu no niema mu aye den no, ono no be kire de enti awiase aye den. Na wa ka kire say ye wiase nyina. Na ukobusa ne say wiase nyina Burkina ni Ivory Coast no mo nkan wiase nyina ho a. Na wa be gina ho akeka de obeka kire. Meanwhile you were comparing Ghana's economy to those people. And adie nsono ye be na ode aba na guta man na mechia no and someone no work nyina no expose aban no sa aban ni nimu a obi we are in the country a Owura Akufo-Addo pay to me o ka kire Ghana for say obe move the country from taxation to production based economy anameboa enti omanya ye build na aban tout say ye one district one factory the ordinary Ghanaian no de onim ne semre bi beso a ye import na ye economy na import driven economy no eso beti na dodo na ye no ama ye sika sem na gina ne nan so obi on betra na ye factories 50 ya ye say factories so am ye da bia ne ma na ye import be times 4 eti mu de mu produce mu di wo presidency wa na mu di wan obi I read a story 2 days ago Burkina Faso Ghana ye cracked tomatoes last year or so almost $99 million. Burkina. Burkina. Irrigation omodi you. But we are in a country through the Greek ministry. They came out with a policy, one village, one dam. Obi, what is the positive impact of the dams now? Almost more building across the country.
Asempa
ɛdeɛ na
FM
ɔmode produce
94.7.
in times of difficulties ɛhɔ na nke bɛhu sɛ woayɛ adwuma na ɛyiyi afiri ɔhaw mu.
But is that not why aduane shorty?
aduane shorty kasabɛn
Aduane shorty.
aduane shorty aduane abu.
Na uko origin or district aduane mui.
Nti hwan na yɛ
Say again.
aduane bɛn na aka bobɔ bi din na mentie.
Aduane a Ghana food.
Ebi te sɛ
shorty.
deɛn ebi te sɛ deɛn.
Body and shorty, banking shorty.
Okay.
Byron shorty.
Planting for food ana.
Menka planting for food.
Nti yɛde na obusa me sa.
I don't say generally.
Me ba yɛte ɔman mu ha yi.
Yes.
Nyankopɔn adom a ɛwɔ yɛ so. Yɛwɔ plant yɛ season a yɛde dua bayerɛ me bɔ a. Nsuo togu bayerɛ so na ɛhyɛ fam a yɛden ɛbɔ.
Yes.
Ba aban akwaji sika puduo sɛ ɔde bɛyɛ planting for food and job. And if you read the policy document, there are 3 items. Your maize, cereals, and vegetables. Na ene President Kufuor ne ma bayerɛ fertilizer. A brochure to ya poultry farmers enya a broom farmer nkoko. After 2016, na poultry farmers say nkoko omo Ghana na be 60 million.
No, but are you by that saying say agric ministry?
Meba.
Apart from planting for food and jobs, omu ni any other thing on here?
Agric ministry, e dey no mo ya bayerɛ bay. They should tell us. I am not going. I'm here. They should call. Masa ya bayerɛ na free ba o. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, na nanum nya boko fie ne de bayerɛ ne hyefo. Na nsuo togu so yɛ den nyame adomebo. But ukwaji sika so de bedo aburu, o de be vegetables, so de be cereals. Na at the end of the day, nkoko pembu aburu adu poultry farmers say nya bi no ento. Ne na mbokina. Na ebi nya accident wu a, then you tell me say aduani abu. Akoko di bayerɛ. Wa hu say poultry farmers no ye kwachi bayerɛ de man nkoko no ye nida. In 2016, poultry farmers so no more poultry be 60 million. Unuaba na wa mafia da bia otena mu ne friend sen.
Akua boachewa yi adom.
Ni documentary no koye ne dom apetemu ho no bae no. So okay. Nkoko na ka 2 million. Why? Because the poultry farmers are saying see nya broom farm feeding nkoko. Meanwhile, there's a government policy back on a project was a brubu. Nti ye koya na se bae. So be the make a chow then say, Oko do kwan ho. Na hu say body abu wo kwan ho a. Ya bu sa body ne bo nya ni bu no na de ka. See it ya. And a Greek minister be catch say body dru unam kwan ho 3 cedis ne 4 cedis. Okay, that was last 2 years. Me fi sunya ne ba me koto obi wo kwan ho. Me turn that day 98 Ghana cedis also. Ma me na me che ni 2 cedis no. And you see these people no ya na de me wan say obi ti say Alhaji Bawumia. Ono opposition na onye obi ani oku.
94.7.
In the Ghana Statistical Service credit data ba o say inaccurate.
Okay.
No de na yire samira ekofdwom. Na o makoto banche ne nyadoa ne cement na o mu de ni nyina calculate inflation. Ene won kodwom biem. Enti Ghana ni na okoto nyadoa won ho de calculate inflation no. So sign ko yanko be hu say san na ntro ne yedi no. Last week me de calipo about this very studios. Okay.
Yeah.
Aban bon to a na o de ye calipo nom opese o kire se one Ghana fo nyina wo fom ne ade no na calipo e turn 1 cedi and 2 cedis 50 pesos. Obi the rate at which are prices of goods and services econo as if so man there's military junta ye do sa level na ama Guinea Conakry mu a dumbo ya mokwaje ne nano adan go just compare the economies to ours and Africa opesika nanim agu asekra Ghana sika. Countries in Africa ku asisi so no. How can they be doing better than us? Obi, enti hankwa na COVID ba ya na. That is my problem with this government. And yenim samo de COVID crowd there e be ya dance die mamu. Connection mind for mu be didi yare ho basa. And na me no ka say the whole world Ghana na ye omanya yare empese yet ye geneto COVID. Yare na nke akunkum nipa mpo na ye mpese yet ne nka no. Mampani aye ne nkaidum. Nti aduane mpo na obedi ne ye ma vast receipt ye kai say COVID levy yatew. What people are we dealing with?
Eric,
and upon all the revenues now buying we are receiving now. Kontabuo papa bia eno na ama this week that debate na sen sorry back no. Say sa aban no ne past 4 years na economy na se mu ye kakra ni na until say ye call adwaman so say ye kopa besia ya block here because almost be bia ye duru no obi a nhwe ni yie na o ma ye besia ye ntimi ntua obi na expose here no in the time no more the economy is resilient, the economy is there ni nyina sa na ya za ene besia je And they'll be telling you, sir, for their borrowing, no more than smart. You know, one at the same classroom. Obi, what is the difference between borrowing and smart borrowing? More the smart is our baby. I'm do.
Eric,
They say more smart, and I'm winning baby. I'm okay. So, me dem anu si form no.
Yes.
The ordinary Ghanaian. Ya na ni GDA wo form of na namu. Afen we twa two aka two more. Enti obetimi honorable titles betimi ashes that business person na 2016 mokwaje ne to ewo aboso akan se omomo anye sa na na ma o na bo no. Obetimi ashe ne bo se by December na dollar na drop ya na na ekonomy. Those are the messages Ghana for here. Enti alachi ba o me baby a wo bia no. Wo de oba se nanado ni video bia me wo se wo de oba se betoto Ghana sika se mi. Wo ne wa ma Ghana sika na e kire baby akọ. Wo dodge economy. Ye sika se mo na we yi wani. Work for the business community. People are suffering. Obi so ye betena ha na ye de ye kan asem. Na you think say the more ye na ye. The president here and the prisoner is over to you, but one thing honorable titles so kwa no wa kan chwe ku fado ne say. And central for ne Ghana for 204. So such an abamu no. Na a good call. That alone it me boost to confidence in Waban. Because if you have a finance minister no discredit IMF or running down IMF, adietin you also call IMF. Say nipa no credibility be no what they call. Look at Emebunu honorable titles mu wo hoi. Unia Kingsley Ajemaimo, Samia Ukumo na those young guys no. So ebi omo na wa mo di bia bi mpo ne ya ba ban mu some fresh positions a nka nipa timi agidi e ma public confidence ye den ekosro. But oka mampani say the best minister Ken Oforiatta. Ken Oforiatta so Ghana aboka yin no we yamfa so. Enti ye koya na se bai. So whatever they want 2 years na aka no ye nyina na team esi.
Me that say. Good afternoon, Obi. I'm at a loss as to what the former honorable member is trying to achieve this afternoon. Please tell the honorable that those dogs he was complaining about are part of the security force. They are specially trained to support the human protection of the president. The mischief and this gargantuan propaganda from Honorable Titus Glover is too much. Obi, was Honorable Titus Glover once not on your show defending the current president hiring a private jet for his comfort, and he, Honorable Titus Glover, defended it saying the security of the president should be very important and he does not see anything wrong with him hiring a private jet for his security and protection? Obi, I would be grateful if you can play back that audio for Honorable to listen to himself. Today, he sees everything wrong with service dogs being used to protect the former president when he was then the president of the land. I'm disappointed. Paul De Sousa, Massachusetts in US of A. Obi, I am trying to come to terms with the government decision to rather engage senior high school graduates at various health facilities at the expense of professional nurses. Meanwhile, no NAP, diploma, and degree nurse has been employed since 2019. What kind of reasoning Obi went into this decision? Gracious me. Apologies to Sir Obama. In the coming days, Tain will join the unemployed nursing graduate to hit the street of Accra to demand for employment as well as clearance of their 7-month salary arrears owed newly posted teachers. Ekojan, Deputy National Tain Coordinator, Eddie Weabrain. Good evening, Obi. Please tell Honorable Titus Glover that with all due respect and humility, John Dramani Mahama never carried the presidential chair anywhere, let alone to the Ada Asafutu that he mentioned. Obi, the former lawmaker again peddled some untruth about unpaid salaries for teachers for 2 years under John Dramani Mahama. He should please speak to the fact. You can call Angel Kabonu, especially on the teachers issue. Alfred Kojo Treadles Edie Enono. We say Eric Eje should recover from Mr. Mohammed's defeat because he himself is doing okay. Rejecting JM was the best decision ever made by Ghanaians. Even though there are global challenges, it would have been worse with him steering the affairs of the country. President Akufo-Addo is working tirelessly towards the immediate and collective aspirations of the citizenry. He is not being fingered in any bribery scandal. Ghana is working. Brian Boabin Samuel is in Awoshi. Edie Eni Obi. Eric Ejay and the NDC want power, but if you ask them why and what they can do differently, then they say you said you have the men, but you cannot win power without giving alternative solutions. What can you do differently is more important. Gasti man is in Brikum and Ediwe Aba Obi. How can the NDC compare Ghana to these African countries? Did those countries give all the freebies the government of Ghana gave to Ghanaians? Ante El and Ibusa and Enyumrei. Obi, good evening. It is an undeniable fact that times are hard across the globe. But what is refreshing is that President Akufo-Addo is committed to shoring up our economy for the better. Let's have hope in him to deliver. He did it in his first term and will surely do it again this second term. Jesse Behene is in Abeka, Ediwea Brain. Obi, it's obvious the NDC has nothing to offer the good people of Ghana. Simplicita, Jomo, Pokwase Festus, Edie Eni. This one says, okay, Mansa Musa in London listening to us. Good evening to you. Now I'll say Erica J. Kasano Ewo from, but I think later it became very good. Thank you nonetheless for the prompt. Finally, it is clear that Erica J. and his NDC have no better life-changing policies for the Ghanaian people. The global challenges is everywhere, and no one can dispute that fact. NDC never regain. Master Planner Junior, Kentampo. Honorable Titus Glover, Mepacho ETO.
We are too much. Wakasa we was on the opi. Wakasa nyamiti ha metwere. Anka wo so tra. No so tie.
Ochro wo de no.
Wo dia se wo tutu agumoko. Lawyer Erica J.
Lawyer in the making.
Obaya dia pa. Ozebozo. Eric me tie no for the second time, you know. Ozi ye jibusia ye nim de this kind ye. Earlier ozi ya ma GDP ekosro. This has been their slogan. Enyumo mututu nyina from the one. When you put them to straight proof, enyama this kind ye bunkunta so na mo pompo apai. Amunzo muntiase. Meanwhile, you accuse us for taking too much loans. Na loans so ye di bi etua ka no. Ye twa dwuma ye no, ye twa bi kada ka mu boka ne bi. Ya beto a ye twa won ka no.
Yes.
Edwuma na ye no ska ne bi ye di twa ka. Ene ye bi ye edwuma. Na wo ka was ene ezi ye nwi akwan, ye ni den. So dey do kan ya. And the enja musa na munhwengum za. So we should not even say ye bunkunta de ye di sika na ya age no, ye de yo. Maintain this bonus here. I don't get them. It is important you account every money that you procured. Now, we call my shebejuma. Sike free amount ni benyinara. Ye ni ye this career.
Yeah.
They are in charge of government assurances, and it's the idea tro anazi bois. You must lead the charge and go around. Baby, I see this career now. Now, fanchira Ghana for. But you come and sit on a high horse on national radio and rant and shout. Say Akufo-Addo banye no nyehwe. Na to the zoo church of the open. Ono so church
so unim no.
Me name no. So do so nim me.
Oh, okay.
So ti baby ono or to or PC in. And no church of the or so church. Na me de ye nim se niam mo ayedin. Ozabonzo. Tweet is all abrochiri. Enya abrochiri no.
No, traders no Ghana. Paul the Suso na wa abrochiri.
Abrochiri.
Yes.
What is it?
Asempa FM 94.7.
American president tweeted it was all over social media that American economy is struggling. The challenge I for Mohano is not limited to Ghana alone. But you're painting as if Akufo-Addo is a bad name, bad president. But near Ekosiisen, and you're Ghana Hunkuao. But and also in Chile, Mount Bon Home Modern. As a president, you must be able to bring hope to your people. So what shall say? Nena would da formua. Ubedao. Ubeshe wa soras che unkurai. And it's our money, your money, hope said, you be a woman, you be free more. That is the mark of a leader. That is a mark of a true leader. Or catch and say, baby, a woman, you're not ball. You be sorry. When Joseph was giving dreams to his people about how God wants to transform his life, so they went and sold him. But look at the way God shaped Joseph. From Egypt, you don't go to a fiancé. In the dream, our interpreted dream, or the man, Egyptian, or free, Pharaoh fee, or no, or so do what kind me. So when Pharaoh had a dream, say in training, the lean ones, our interpreting was compared Joseph and Maria. As a leader, a due crisis say, you must stand chest up and give hope to your people. You must demonstrate leadership. And maximum phone said, Debbie, me I don't go fado.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Ajinsam. Ba manyamu to me to make the monim, maybe I'm person no kono, na me no mako. And in there was in the midst of all these crises, Nyame Fata was saying, Biara, because so be yo. What to say, Abusumewa, about Juma for your job. Maybe was any, or Zabuzu. What to say, Adiasa, Adiache, Busumewu, government workers, I ain't Busunda.
Dabi.
Yet yonka. Sikaka Kangre was a copy, BBI idea, Jumabiano, I was a deco. I just left the Ministry of anything, Transport. All the Atlantic from Keta all the way to Axim. Say Isono, Eto, na Atlantic sim, Epono, a year, a set of Niama. And you have a president who said, look, the fishermen, their contribution to this GDP are huge. So we need to protect the coastlines, their canoes, their nets, and the business that they run in these coastal areas. London Beach, Kona Kosha de Ekos War. Second Binoa and the idea yo. And no be able, and the idea was able so. Now, where will car? Mina no mendis if one, Omocasa Montiasi. What best a president can give bequeath his country than to develop the human capital of his youth? Ebra no boss said, yes, on to me, no. Yet, Tisika was studio, yes, can be adverts about free education. I want to say 419. They rented Satan high horse. The school kola, tunum, catcher and say free education. 419. So min kana do the onye bia. I will remember him for this free SHS. The way he has even helped poor people. Me, my background, me and Greening, and I'm Samia Ibini. My great grandmother is from no. The very region where they have their votes, poverty is all over the country, and then we go Fiebua. The way free SHS has redeemed their parents.
94.7.
That your corner free, so I remember him for free SHS. A car ye bow of free SHS, no, and for so baby, I don't know. And to me, the traffic years so, and I said, they are good at work. They are, I mean, many are paying Dr. Bimbe Kawano, me faso. I can feel for them. Mitiasia, Babani, Maseramo. President not Tihono, the Ekosiisen Ote. Na shishye biara was so ye odi gu akwemu a ebeboa amadwuma akofom edamai no ye beja tum o kan bibi say mb before you see ye be production not taxation. In this fourth republic, me who president or what drastic policy
Asempa FM
industrialization
94.7
in the private sector from this fourth republic, me who be that. Say, with the clear-cut policy on how you can drive your economy, industrialization with the private sector. Who kind Nigeria? Was it last year? Or 2021? The early days of 2021, for about 3-4 months, they blocked their borders, landed borders. Say, yeah, because they want to make sure, say, Bibi Biara, ye dia, and I produce in Nigeria, no, they consume it from their people. In Nigeria, over 40 to 50 different types of items cannot be imported into the country. Why? Because they are doing import substitution. They want to grow their local industries. They want their people to have taste in the kind of things that they produce. Now we see kind of crowd would be come and legal regime one go emma kwansa. So when you have a president like Akufo-Addo, no this sub policy yapa. Say yemma enyuma yi entra kromwa. And when you move around the country, we baby ano. I de juma kofom. And also you buy dollar na den no abrase e dia maye. So when we kakra kwan ube faso a ube chichiro mano e de beba wani aka wanim. And for me, mesuma good afo no. Mesuma tememufo because say me to fuel me so me tobi. But I prefer to buy a fuel a little higher price. Supply ni be flow e de ama me de bia ama me wo baba bia me koya metumi akoyo. Than to get at a cheaper price and the supply is not coming.
FM 94.7.
So one of Nigeria, an oil exporting country, both crude and finished products, they form queues. Yes, I lie. You won't be wada. But I agree, say, if you are 20 be a good swan, I was so, and there was a buying a shame. But how do you generate the revenue? Last 2 weeks, it was the last week, me bahano. You interview one economics from Legon, I think business school.
Yeah.
And I'll say, one of the biggest challenge of this economy is about how we can raise domestic revenue. Because the demands of the state by the citizenry in terms of infrastructure is so big. But domestic revenue, no, economy saying. You see, we're all running away. Nobody want to pay tax. And if I end on my penning and in a pump for no, you go fiscally free. I got here. We're bien a num or cassa. You see, on to go to ya. On to ya. Communication tax, President Kufuor. And they are so good in propaganda, these guys. As if phone Kasa, phone Kasa, Wukasa, from an ear too. When they buy Professor Mills, you find the currency. They increase the tax base to a higher. Ye pesika e de be siesie kromwa. Na mumfa tua kakra because abrochi na ye ko gibusia no e beti mamufo no na ye tax free omo wo. Ene ye di bre ye bie ene enti yenso ye nya ya family ye kakra ye mfa giro eno so mpamba. Kuzi ankozi. Koda. So how do you develop this country? Because enye ndisi na dia de adi biara ko be yakufado bi enye ne fe. Na no me kaya yesi man kasa yi say JDM say I akoko search akoko kra nyefe wanga wanga so kai
yes
and yes re baby ayedui where we are now currently as a country we are on the crossroads and President Akufo-Addo who is leading the charge ye kwan biara be fa so a e be boa e ma se de niam sikono eno abrase e de amaye na okay bibi about Krobo. One of the topics is it good to say spiritualism about IPAC meeting. It was one of the topics. And also any train. My main can was the man because then I can't is not about what won't be no.
But I
mean coming get because who's totally ludicrous. Na Krobo. Na mu IPAC meeting. Mutifie and you are PC in. Your friend Mumuja Musi Mumba. Now na meetie Bosman Asare.
Yes.
Was it him or the director of elections? I think the director of elections. Because even though Mumba no minutes be because of Mudimam. Munja minute munja muma. Minutes na Mudimam no. Minutes no. Anybody meeting. But you attend the meeting and take part in the proceedings, then they give you a copy.
No, but the EC says they give minutes of their meetings to the NDC.
Even though NDC don't attend the IPAC meetings,
they still give them.
They still give the copies of the minutes.
Wow.
And for me, I think it's not right. It is not right. So who person will contribute here? Come and take part in the proceedings of all the discussion that's going on. And Omo can say, political parties they are not functioning. They are not functioning. But hey, in your time, where these parties not there, some party be na mudi abemo. When you know and Mesre, and this is for Mumbra, Number County and Yejumano, because you are a big force. You are naturally. What can I say we not you? You are a big force. You are a big player in the development of this country.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Boycott IPAC meeting. Yeah. Afi mumbra na nyina ne entrase ne enchichiro man no ne enhwe kwan befa so. In terms of the Krobo challenge wo ho no. Mesre cool heads. This problem started in 2014. Ebra na ECG form who say kabia na efri ho bana kanu anoshe. So there's a need for them to roll out these prepaid meters. But I think the sensitization should not come from Papa. The advocacy no anchor from Papa. And in Tiasia no edu baby no na ayen sem bibiri. Akoya ayi ekune kasakasa yes abanja padia police for japadia manfo ewu etu. That is not the best way to go. A minute you Asempa FM. But Eric has a mampini. If anything, on to an amount on call. Now we are mampini do crisis at one amount call. The people made a petition to the president. And the president listened to them. And not two national security, munko form no. And last week, me ba be kasai. A catcher was say the 2014 debts no more no up to 2014
2014 to 2017.
They are refinancing that debt. Then 2018 to 20. Currently,
spreading over 5
years.
Yes.
It is because the petition that they made to the president, Eric Mekachero, President Ajatu, 94.7. And say prepaid meters, they will roll it out. We know Kase Uko Yilo Krobo area, so many, everything is fine.
I say no, one of the towns almost started prepaid, no confusion.
As in Nwaso, so whatever it says.
Charlie, it was terrible.
You see, and I may say. Says so many ajatum say yebema prepaid na yejuma the refinancing of their debts 2018 to date will spread for 5 years and
it makes sense.
It makes good sense. Yeah. And dynamic especially ECG for the start from places now go around gradually, engage my people on the ground, and the youth who are fighting the soldiers, they should stop it. They should stop it. Because because you are fighting and destroying Abanja Padie, they need to bring the security. Now, say, what's the new kit to our boy? Now, I mean, how? Now, so India, Sabi Onipa. Now, the Okitaba, and I get to Bona on the Wua. Say you, and the mess Bebusia for. In your make by your pay. Henry was swore, is a Kawakan Wainsi. I get pure, na yellow, na bone.
Asempa FM.
Chena,
94.7.
Ke amaha ne preparo ne etuni. Ikpanyepe nya wan si wagaba na yin wa to munyo. Eno no wa hipio echa wa wewo. Eniema sai bebre. Efu asai, enkofo dwuma asai. All these things what is happening, we must sit back. Ni ehu se emboaye. Efu
the mortuary.
Efunu and declaring because there is no light. And they do hospital can say mass burial because the cops are getting decayed. And the way and you're fighting. And the message me bushing for. Ikpa nyapenya na etwi na nya wa yisi na wa to munyo samenya. And the president
kasa ben no.
Eye krobo kasa, e dangwe kasa.
Ene gan ye pe.
Gan da bin so kakra wo.
Okay.
Dangbe.
Dialect of the same language.
Dangbe.
But similarities here.
Similarity kakra wo. Enti
otia no so.
Meka no ka.
Eno otna ho.
Oh, za ubatema dangbe fon bibiri wo ho. In fact, be mami fie house number near 72. Na mami penyi bi your next door neighbor number 71 or ningoni. Enti if you nyana ye kan ningo dangbe kasa. Enti ningo ni adane.
But we are there with kasa suya pa.
Eh pa me kan dangbe. Me kan nyi. Me kan
zima kakra. Bro sa kan zima kakra.
Was it It was that. And clearly I think let me wind up and I mean kasa. Sad what can say you miss what can say you on the NAPCO issue and Missy NAPCO if any say why SHS in Kuala they should cancel it. I will not support it.
Very well.
They should use the current graduates of NAC any hack on waiting clearance for the Ministry of Finance. So clearance the bar, then they can come back. But to go and use fresh SHS, for me, I won't support it.
Very well. We say, Obi, the GDP of Ghana is about 77.6 billion US dollars, while that of Burkina Faso is just about 19.7 billion US dollars. However, the tax to GDP ratio, that is tax revenue, in Ghana is about 13.5%, while Burkina Faso is already doing about 18%. So whilst our economy is almost 4 times the size of Burkina's economy, they are generating far more local revenue than Ghana does. See what our problem is as Ghanaians, Big Boss Canton, and Ebu Sasa question we. Eric J. Obise, please, can you ask Honorable Titus Glover whether he is related to one Timothy Glover who attended St. John's School in Sekendi? Timothy Glover.
He's a cousin.
Okay. Inti Nanan Kroma, that's the answer to your question.
Obi Ochina meba Emmanuel ni kwate like Titus Glover. Any birthday.
Oh, okay.
And me wish.
Now, what did you saying?
16.
16.
Then Sunday will be my birthday, 28th of August.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Then happy
Sunday
birthday in
birthday,
advance.
yeah.
Happy birthday in advance.
56.
To you and to. Hey.
Yeah.
I was here, baby, did
My boy back home, Ashanti region.
Yes.
Kabori, one of our solid communicators in Ashanti region.
Okay.
And I had birthday. Yamen Kano.
Very well.
Said you see Boade no on Fancoso.
On Cososa.
Ebebuano.
Kabori.
Yes. And I would near Eskumi.
NSC
so no so appointment ya yes or no o destabilize ya banana ya money bi are metiano bi test me na me bobo nkofo a e reshafu yi no mambo NSC na so no ye ma no nti ubo ni di kremfa
o so no so ka promising young guy.
Oh no, he's very brilliant, that one there, you know, but you need MPP no papa no when they do
it's been a great day. Thank you for doing the listening. Ekosiisen in Higher Asempa FM.
Asempa FM.